Hi students of class 12 CBSC. I am here with part 3, the Tiger King. I have already covered part 1 and part 2. Part 3, as you know that he had already hunted 99 tigers and now 100th tiger. It was topmost on his mind and only one thought dominated his mind: how to kill that 100th tiger. How to kill that 100th tiger. And this thought haunted him day and night. He was excited but at the same time nervous, because the tiger farms in his father-in-law's estate had also run dry. There was not a tiger left in Pratibandhapuram estate and neither in his father-in-law's estate. No tiger was there. He had killed till then 99 tigers, but without killing the 100th tiger, he could not disprove the predictions made by the astrologers. He could not prove them wrong. So killing the 100th tiger was essential. Plus there was risk involved, as the astrologers had predicted that he would be able to kill 99 tigers without many problems. But killing the 100th tiger would be a challenge. That 100th tiger may take his life. So this was the thought. After all, tiger was a savage beast. Tiger was a wild animal, dangerous animal. So you never know what would happen. So the king was nervous, excited and worried. And he had already hunted 99 tigers. Without hunting the 100th tiger, his mission would not be complete. He was worried and he was not finding that one tiger. And he was becoming furious. He sunk in gloom. He was depressed. This one idea haunted him day and night. He was obsessed with this idea. And as I have told you, for the last 10 and 15 years, he had neglected the state, neglected the welfare of the people. There was one thought. He was bent upon killing 100 tigers, because his personal life was so important. But one day he got the news that near a hillside village, sheep are disappearing. And the villagers informed him that there was tiger in the nearby forest. The king was so happy that he freed the villagers, exempted the villagers from paying all taxes for the next 3 years. After all, he was a Maharaja. He lived on his whims. So he freed them from paying taxes, all taxes, for the next 3 years. Still, that one tiger was elusive. He was not getting that one tiger. He was still failing to hunt that last tiger, which would be a final victory for him, a final safety on his life. Because astrologers had predicted that if he did not kill the 100th tiger, there was danger on his life. But he was not getting that 100th tiger. He became angry and he called the Diwan and ordered him to increase the land taxes 2 times. The Diwan advised him, "My lord, your excellency, don't do that. Because India is under the British rule and the Indian National Congress is spreading its influence all over the country. The Congress will have chance of influencing the people in our state. And we are a loyal state. We are a loyal state to the British Raj. We can't allow Congress to spread its influence in our state." Maharaja was very tense, very stressed. He did not know what to do. But the Diwan realized if nothing was done, the results would be catastrophic. Anything may happen. Because Maharaja was in no mood to hear no. He wanted that tiger. He badly wanted that last tiger, 100th tiger. Diwan Sahab managed from the People's Park in Madras. He got a tiger. The tiger was brought to his home, Diwan's home. And at midnight, he forced the tiger into the backseat of the car with the help of his wife and drove to the forest where the Maharaja was camping. And when he reached there, the tiger would not come out of the car. He launched a satyagraha. With great difficulty, he pulled the tiger out. And the following morning, as the tiger was wandering in the forest, he came in the presence of that Maharaja who was thirsty for hunting the last tiger, the 100th tiger. He was overjoyed. He was so happy to finally see a tiger. He took an aim at the tiger and shot at it. He took an aim at the tiger and shot at it. The tiger fell in a heap. Maharaja thought he had killed the 100th tiger. He was jubilant. He was celebrating. And he ordered his fellow hunters to bring the tiger to the capital, state capital, in procession. And he himself drove to the capital in his car. When the hunters returned to the dead beast, they saw that the tiger was not killed. Tiger was still alive. It was rolling its eyes in amazement. The tiger was puzzled what was happening. Then one of the hunters shot the tiger from close range. Now the tiger was dead. But they decided among themselves that the Maharaja, the Tiger King, should not know that he had missed the target. Otherwise, they will all lose their jobs. The tiger was brought in great procession. It was buried and a tomb was raised. Now, Maharaja's mind was free. He had proven the astrologers wrong by killing the 100th tiger. He thought that he had killed the 100th tiger. I have already told you what was the reality. Now, Maharaja wanted to give all his attentions to his family and the subject people. He had a son who was 3 years old and his birthday was approaching. Maharaja was happy. So he wanted to give him a very expensive gift, a very suitable gift. He went to the shopping center of Pratibandhapuram, but he was not finding anything suitable. Finally, his eyes fell on a wooden tiger, a small wooden tiger. He carried it home and started playing with his son. But the work was not good. This tiger was carved by an unskilled carpenter. Its surface was rough and there were many slivers, needle-like things, all over the body of the tiger. As the Maharaja was playing with his 3-year-old son, a sliver, needle-like thing, pierced his right hand. With the help of his left hand, he took out the sliver, kept playing, he continued playing. Next day, a sore appeared on his right hand. And in 4 days' time, the wound had spread over his arms, all over his arms. It was a festering wound, a kind of septic. 3 famous surgeons were called from Madras. And they had consultations among themselves. And they decided that the Maharaja must be operated upon. The Tiger King must be operated upon. The operation was carried out. All the 3 surgeons came out of the operation theatre and they announced, operation was successful. The king is dead. What an end. In this way, students, the 100th tiger had his revenge on the king and king was killed by a wooden tiger. Now the question is, students, what kind of a story is this? This is a satire on the contemporary life, the British era. The native princes, the native nawabs, emperors, they were crazy people. They thought that they had got this hereditary right to rule the people from God, and they considered themselves as gods. People's welfare was the last thing that they cared for. What they cared for most was what they wanted, and they were crazy people. And this Tiger King is one example of how crazy he was, how eccentric he was. He was, after all, a madman. And he killed 100 tigers, caused extensive damage to the fauna of his kingdom and the kingdom of his father-in-law. So what is satire, student? In satire, a writer uses irony, humor, ridicule to criticize, to expose the follies of the people, the vices of the people, the stupidity of the people. This story brings to light about the life of the kings, emperors and nawabs in British India. And there were nobody to look after the people. People fended for themselves. So this is a sad commentary. We are better off in a democratic government. In a democratic government, the government cares for the people. But here, nawabs and emperors and maharajas, they had their own life. They lived happily, enjoyed themselves, hunted tigers, and people had to hunt for their livelihood. So students, I am sure you have understood. I have completed all the 3 parts of the story. The story is complete. So please revise the story. If you have any questions, write in the comment section. Have a fantastic day.